Section 03 of Uncle Josh's Punkin Center Stories by Cal Stewart. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recorded by Philip Martin. Uncle Josh in Society.
Well, I didn't suppose when I come down here to New York that I was going to flop right into the middle of high-toned society, but I guess that's just about what I done. You see, I had an old friend a-living down here named Henry Higgins, and I wanted to see Henry mighty bad. Henry and me, we was boys together down home at Punkin Center, and I hadn't seen him in a long time. Well, I got a feller to look up his name in the city almanac, and he showed me where Henry lived, way up on a street called Avenue 5. Well, when I seen Henry's house, it just about took my breath away. I was that clar shot back. Henry's house is a good deal bigger'n the courthouse at Punkin Center. Well, at first I didn't know whether to go in or not, but finally I mustered up my courage, and I went up and I rang some newfangled doorbell. When a feller in knee breeches on come out and wanted to know who it was I wanted to see. Gosh, I couldn't say anything for about a minute. That feller just looked to me like a picture I'd seen in a storybook. Well, finally I told him I wanted to see Henry Higgins, if it was the same Henry I used to know down home at Punkin Center. Well, I guess Henry, he must have heard me talking, 'cause he just come out and grabbed me by both hands and said, "Why, Josh Weathersby, how do you do? Come right in." Well, he took me into the house and introduced me to more women folks than I ever seen before in all my life at one time. I guess they was having some kind of society doings at Henry's house. One old lady said to me, "My dear Mr. Weathersby, I am so pleased to meet you. I've heard Mr. Higgins speak about you so often." Well, by chowder, I got to blushing so it come pretty near to setting my hair on fire. But I said, "Well, now, I'm right glad to know you. You kind of put me in mind of old Nancy Smith down home. And Nancy, she's been trying to get married past 40 seasons that I can remember on." Well, Henry, he took me off into a room by myself, and when I got on my store clothes and my new calfskin boots, I tell you I looked about as scrumptious as any of them. Well, they had a dance. I think they called it a cotillion. And that was where I was right to hum. I just popped out on the floor, balanced the partners, swung on the corners, and cut up more capers than any young feller there. It just looked as if all the ladies wanted to dance with me. One lady wanted to know if I danced the German, but I told her I only danced in English. Well, after that we had something to eat in the dining room, and I hadn't any more'n got sot down and got to eating right good when that darn fool with the knee breeches on insulted me. He handed me a little wash bowl with a towel around it, and I told him he didn't need to cast any insinuations at me, 'cause I washed my hands afore I come in. If it hadn't been in Henry's house, I'd have took a wrestle out of him. Well, they had a lot of furrin dishes, something what they called beef all over mud, and another what they called a Charlotte Arusha, little shaving mug made out of cake and full of sweetened lather. Well, that was mighty good eating, though it took a lot of them. They wasn't very filling. Then they handed me something what they called ice cream. Looked to me like a hunk of Castile soap. Well, I stuck my fork in it and tried to bite it, and it slipped off and got inside my vest. And in less than a minute I was froze from my chin to my toes. I guess I cut a caper at Henry's house.
End of Uncle Josh in Society.